Welcome to the wild top end of Australia. We are in the middle of an adventure of a lifetime, tackling remote four-wheel drive tracks. That's not good. Encountering incredible wildlife.
Look at the size of this thing.
Fishing the untouched waters of Arnhem Land.
Oh, what is going on?
And camping in some of the most spectacular Indigenous places that we have ever seen. Welcome to the last frontier. Well, it doesn't get much better than this, guys. Waking up at a location like this, it is just so remote where we are here. You've got the beautiful red cliffs meeting the pristine ocean. You mix that with boating, camping and fishing, and you've got an absolute heck of a playground. So keen to show you guys what we get up to this series. Our journey started in Perth as we made our way up the Western Australian coastline to a location just north of Broome in the Kimberley region. A very fitting start to our wild top end adventure. It's definitely time for a coffee, I reckon. Brekkie wrap would be alright as well, I guess. Chuck some bacon on. Nothing like a good brekkie sanger in the morning with a coffee. What do you reckon? We punch down that way, maybe go for a little bit of a drive, chuck the tinny in for a fish or something.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. With morning breakfast and coffee sorted, it was time to pack up our tents and make our way to the coast to launch the tinny and hopefully catch something to cook up for dinner. So we're just going to come and ease down this little section here. There's a little bit of a drop off, so just got to take it nice and slow with the old tinny in tow just to make sure that doesn't get thrown around. But the tide is coming up a heap, so we're just got to try and get around this section. Might have to get the old tyres wet a little bit. Just got to make sure the tinny swings around and doesn't hit that little rock ledge. There we go, we'll just ease out of there. Lucky this sand's nice and hard. So Winnie mate, you're in the 105 series. This is the first time that you've come to this area, hey?
Yeah, absolutely loving it, eh? Can't wait to get out in this tinny, see if we can't get ourselves a few fish.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited too. Hopefully we can try and find ourselves some dinner. In 2008, the WA government chose James Price Point as the site to build one of the largest gas refineries. Local forests would have been destroyed and the ocean would have become a marine dead zone, according to government reports. Thanks to 8 years of campaigning against the project, the companies decided to not go ahead, and we are still able to enjoy this coastline as you see today. So we've got our first little obstacle over here. We actually knew it was coming, we could see it on the maps, but it's a little river crossing and the tide's come all the way up now. So we're just gonna go suss it out first and make sure that the cars can get across safely. Believe it or not, it's actually a lot softer out here. So we're gonna make this run through here and we'll just try and get up this little lip here.
Let's do it.
Just gonna edge over this side here. We just gotta go up this little step up. It's nothing too major, honestly. Just drop down that little bit. Tinny's just coming down as we speak. Clutch in, that's it. And then we've just got this little section to get up here. Perfect. No issues at all. Tinny's up and out. Your turn, Winnie.
Lovely done.
Yeah, Winnie, I reckon this section here is looking pretty good. Just out to the left is mainly sand, so I reckon we'll just swing her right here and get that tinny and try and catch a fish.
Yeah, my mate, perfect.
Pretty lucky here, the sand's quite hard, so we'll just reverse down. Don't have any waves coming in either to annoy us, so it should be a pretty easy beach launch. There we are. Honestly, that keen to catch a fish. Weather is so nice. So for those who are interested, running... Take two. Anyway, for those who are interested, running the Shimano Spheros, we're running 50-pound J-braid on that. Coming up here, this is the Shimano Therese rod. Now this is where the magic happens. This right here is a Laser Pro 190 XD in the Lumo green colour, and the reason we use these is because we know they work. Anyway, let's try and catch some fish. Oh, you're kidding! These are long-tailed tuna, I think. We're just going to go around the outside of the bait school, and then we'll try and drag those lures straight through. Fish on, fish on! That's what we want. We'll keep trolling a bit. See if Winnie can't get a fish. All right, keep that tension. Oh, listen to that sing. You are kidding me. Oh, I think I've lost it. I've lost the fish. You are kidding. No, I've lost it. You're joking. Fish on here. Winnie's on a fish. Oh, hook it. Just make sure. You lost it. Just had a massive hit there. Winnie's just lost that fish. We've just got to make sure that we really set those hooks. How epic's that, guys? Little sea snake just cruising around. Must be a bit of life around here. So the sea snake is actually the most venomous snake in the world. But usually what they'll do is they'll breathe up and go straight down. They're quite scared. This one here, he's just sort of sussing around the top. Not really quite sure what he's doing, but it's so cool. With no luck out deep, it was time to head back to the coast and try our luck casting for lures in the shallows. We're going to run these little Halco 105 heavies. Now they're a little bit heavier, so you can can cast it a little bit further. Hopefully there's little queenies or even some trevally in there. Winnie's hooked onto a fish. I think it's a queenie by the looks of things. Nice little trev. Awesome. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Little GT. What are you calling this time? Oh, that's a big fish too.
Joking.
He's dropped it. Go again, go again. Good stuff. Winnie, you can't control this bloke. There's gonna be no fish here. That's not even a trev. That right there, guys, is a queen fish. He's just whacked it. Only a pup. He's just absolutely whacked that lure. Good stuff, Winnie. Let's get back in. Gonna take the old girl in now. We're done fishing. We got a fish for dinner, so we'll just ease on. This trailer here is built absolutely perfect for this beach launching stuff. So I'll just slowly come in and put her on. Dunskies, let's get in the car. With dinner sorted, it was time to continue our journey up the coast north to find camp for the night. Little did we know, the Arvo was definitely not going to go as smoothly as we expected. This little creek crossing I reckon is going to be pretty soft. Just ease over it.
That's rock solid.
Wait, Winnie, go check to the right. That track goes up there. That's just stuff.
Oh my god. That is gnarly. Of a better panel damage.
So we've just come up off this riverbank here and we've come up this little track. Now on the GPS, it says that this track actually takes us to a camp that we want to get to. But if you have a look here, there's this gnarly ass section behind us. We'll send Winnie up first and then we'll take the Prado, see if we can get the tinny up. It should be pretty fun. Yeah, it's obviously you don't have lockers, so it's just getting hung up on that section there.
Unless I come in from that side bit and just drop in.
No, I'd stay this side, but I reckon you'd be right going in the ruts if you stay left. That's the way. .105's just crawling up. Good stuff, Winnie. It's my turn. Let's go. All right, this should be fun. Trying to tow the tinny up here. Got to swing it wide for the tinny and we'll drop in. That's it. Tinny's just coming along with me. Very nice. That's the way. Just getting hung up just there. All right, let's try again. Keep these wheels straight. That's the way. That's the drive. That's the one. We've been putting this pedal suspension to the test lately. I think we may have a flat here on the tinny and we've got no spare either. That could be a showstopper. You're kidding. This is not a very good situation. Let's go suss it. So as you guys can see here, on the way in, coming up north here, we actually lost a spare. And well, that's not very good either. We've got another spare come off. It may have just come off the bead, so what we'll try and do is we'll try and put some deodorant in there and try and get it to blow up and set the bead. We'll just chuck these tracks under the trailer here, and Nathan's going to get his jack and we'll jack it up. Here's the magic right here. Let's see if this works. You got a lighter? Just fill that thing right up. Oh! Yes! It worked! But the lighter's stuck! That's not good, ladies and gents! What just happened? How's the singe of my hairs all up my arm? Honestly, do not try that at home. I've seen other people do it. It's the only reason I did it, but it does work though. It definitely does work. Alright, that's enough air in the tyre. I reckon she's good to go. Let's hit the tracks again. This is quite the section here. We're just going through this riverbank. I think on the maps it says there's actually a road just up here. So we're just going to try and track through this river system here and hopefully come out the other side. But it is very boggy just here. Whoa, that's not good. Oh, that's proper deep. Oh, we are so bogged, man. This is definitely not ideal. We're literally only another 100 meters up the track. Seen on the GPS that up that way, there's actually an exit. So we're gonna punch down the creek. Well, this is just quicksand. Look at me stand on that. That's the surface there. This is not good at all. This is actually cooked. I'm actually stumped for ideas. We're gonna get the snatch strap and try and snatch from Nathan's car all the way to here, but it's just a bloody long pull, as you guys can see behind me. If you take a look just at the back of this boat here, that is solid sand. and it's completely sunk into the bottom of it. Look at it, it's flush with the boat. The problem we've got, guys, is this trailer here, I don't really know how rated it is. It's only alley, so we don't really want to snatch it with the weight of the car plus the boat. It's probably three and a bit ton all up. So we don't want to put that much stress on the trailer. So I think we might unhook the trailer and try and get Nathan to then try and get his car to snatch it out. It's kind of fun, I love a bit of adventure.
Done yourself a mischief.
Well, we can't get the trailer off just because of the suction of the river sand, so try to get the jack. But now we can't get the jack under either because it's so low, it's sitting so low. We went and took the pin out of the hitch there. So what that did is allow the hitch to actually wiggle backwards. So we pretty much detached the boat now from the actual car. Next game plan is to try and get the car up and out, hopefully onto some dry land.
Oh, oh, she's free. Yes!
You are kidding me! As
She's
if
out.
that worked. Look how soft this is here. Now, we don't have too long because I've got a feeling that Prado is going to keep sinking. But let's get these tracks out. I love this stuff, eh? Oh. Oh. She's out. I love how we're celebrating and there's still a tinny right on the deck just here. What? So this is what we're dealing with. If you stop and actually like twist your feet, which happens when the car's going slow, you just sink to the deck and it's just a bottomless pit. But we've found, if you do one of these ones and run really quick, you actually don't sink. So, I don't know, I've got no idea if it's gonna work. We might chuck the old Prado in like high range or just rev the absolute box off it and try and reverse, miss the tinny, come through this boggy section, and then we'll be able to put a snatch from front of my car to the tinny and then front of Nathan's car to my car, and that should work. And if it doesn't, I don't know, soon find out. Yes! Yes! You good thing! How did we just get out of that? I've got no idea.
That was insane.
The last piece of the puddle. Talking about puddles.
The last piece of the bottom.
So there's a track and a log under that, so it's on the beam, just lifts the boat up a bit. I'm going to try and dig out this soft section here and try and hook the end of this thing, sort of lasso it around the middle beam.
Alright.
Let's do it, this is the truth moment.
Yeah, it's up.
There's no way that thing got out. I actually can't believe that. The boys' teamwork, eh? Can get anything done with the boys. Alrighty, let's go. Let's head back and go and feed, or we can get that fish on a fire or something. Not really sure where we're going to camp though. We might go up behind these dunes. We found a spot a little bit earlier, and we're not going to make it to the original planned spot, but I've got a feeling this place down here, the view like that in the morning, is going to be pretty doable. Winnie, mate, I got a cold dingo for you. It's pretty crazy to think that we're sitting at camp now after today. We woke up at camp, went down the beach, went for a bit of a fish. The conditions were so glassy. Went out for a little bit of a forward drive to try and find a different camp, not this one that we were meant to find earlier. A couple of mishaps, as you guys would have just seen. Absolutely wild, but we're going to chuck that fish on the fire and cook up some dinner. This is that beautiful GT that we caught earlier. I wouldn't normally eat these things, but the only fish we sort of caught towards the end of the day. And to be fair, I've actually never had a GT, so I'm kind of keen to try it. We're just going to wrap this thing in alfoil here, and we're going to chuck it straight into those hot coals, and it should be ready in no time. Here she is. Let's go put the prize on. Straight onto those coals. Perfect. Now we sit and wait and enjoy a few beers.
This place is unreal, eh? 1 minute you're just cruising along the beach, next minute you're out.
Yeah.
On the red dirt, on the corrugations. It's just unbelievable.
Very keen to see what tomorrow holds, and I'm very keen to see that 105 series bogged to the seals as well.
That thing never gets bogged.
Oh, we'll soon find out. Alright, that thing's been on there a little while now. We'll just get these sticks under it and bring it over to the little table over here. Here's the truth moment. Best thing about these trevally is they're a very oily fish. Everything will taste so nice when it's cooked like that in a fire hole. Got me fork here. Let's just take a bit of that skin away. Skin and the scales. Dig into this fish here. Literally unreal. What? Come have a try this, Winnie. One of the slayer likes it. Bloke can fish.
That is good.
Well, we're going to leave that here, guys. We're going to dig into this thing. And, well, to think that was day one of this epic series we've got coming up, it's going to be an absolute insane next couple of months. I'm so keen to show you guys what we got up to. Until then, we're going to dig into this, and I'll see you guys next time. On the next episode, we head to the Northern Territory to take on the infamous Arnhem Land. 97,000 square kilometres of untouched remote paradise. We pick up 2 of our good mates for the journey and travel 700 kilometres off-road to reach one of the most diverse landscapes that we have ever seen. We can't wait to share our travels with you. See you next time on The Last Frontier.